Yeah, Benchmade should be pissed because I don't know how these are not banned. We got to check these out. Completely Benchmade clones. If you're getting these and you don't know, you're getting scammed. And if you're buying them on purpose, then you might be a dirtbag. Let's check these out. So these literally might be some of the most illegal knives on Amazon. I know Amazon has, whether it's an algorithm or a team of real humans that are supposed to be going through and scouring their website to make sure that they're not getting stuff that is literally clones or, infringing on trademarks. But this is kind of blatant. Not only that, all these items are shipped from Amazon. That means they're stored in Amazon warehouses, which makes them even worse. I'm not going to link these down below. And I just want to check them out to see how close these companies are getting to actually cloning these things. I got 3 of them. One of them is a not so blatant, but it's a Crooked River clone. I don't know if it's a mini Crooked River or a regular. The other 2 are very much more blatant for a mini Freek and a Bugout. Let's check out this Tactiman. This is called the Tactiman tactical knife. This thing here, I guess their attempt to do a mini Crooked River. So I'm just not completely sure if they're doing this on purpose. Maybe they don't know any better. So this one here is the Tactiman knife, and $22. And I mean, we can check out the specs here. It literally says Tactiman pocket folding knife, EDC tactical low profile. It's super long name, 8CR13 MOV. That should be your second clue. The first clue is the extremely long name. Your final clue is it's only $22.99 plus 10% off, which makes it even more blatant. They use Benchmade's trademark name, which is the Axis lock. Now, the pivot style lock is no longer patented by Benchmade, but the Axis lock nomenclature, I think that's still their trademark, if I'm not mistaken. This one's not as blatant as the other 2 in naming schemes. At least they don't have the word Benchmade anywhere within the actual description of it. But let's just check it out to see like how close these folks are getting to doing it. So we see it here. Let's look at it next to, so on top, I have the mini Crooked River. And then on the very bottom is the full-size Crooked River. So you can see that the clone is a little bit, the clone's a little bit bigger than the mini Crooked River, smaller than the real Crooked River. There's a few telltale signs that it is a fake. First off, there's an extra, that fastener and that hardware, that's extra. There's no T6 or 8 in the real Crooked Rivers. There's no logo on the blade. And then on top of all that, you got the I don't know the blade shape. Let's look at it next to the mini Crooked River, since it seems to be most closely in size to that one. So Tactiman on the bottom, big old, at least they don't try to fake the funk. They put their own on top. A little bit different curve style. It's not ambidextrous like the Benchmade. Has way more hardware screws the Benchmade doesn't have. You see the backside, the pocket clips are a little bit different. The Benchmade has a true deep carry pocket clip. And also, I don't think they make the mini Crooked River in black. I think it all comes in the different wood scales. This one, I think, is wood. It seems like it's trying to portray itself to be some type of wood. It even starting to rub off there, and a little bit of brown is poking through. So you can even look at the hardware on top. So it's not, it's a lot more telltale signs. So, okay, so this one's a lot easier to discern. Let's see how the action is on this thing, man. Is it actually open? No. Okay, so you can kind of whip it open. I mean, I guess if you go, you're not using the quote unquote Axis lock to whip this thing open at all. No. Compare that to the actual Crooked River, which is just like complete butter, just easily as it should be, to include the actual lock itself. I don't think the blade links, obviously they shouldn't be the same. Maybe Actually, it's a little bit longer than the mini Crooked River, but let's look at it next to the regular size Crooked River. Now, the regular size Crooked River is 4 inches, so it's much smaller than the regular Crooked River. So we got that, but it's still, I mean, at least they're not being as blatant with it, man. They're not being as blatant with it as some of the other ones out there. You still shouldn't be buying it at all. That's an easy thing that will make life a lot easier. Don't buy this trash. So we'll leave this one here. So that's the fake Crooked River. Now, these next ones are a little bit more, I would almost say they're a little bit more ballsy, man. This next one here is literally thumb open bug out knife. They're literally just missing the word Benchmade. It has a 3-inch 8 CR 13 MOV blade, satin finish, drop point, reinforced. They're using the same nomenclatures and everything in regards to this. Comes in just in a black box. Even the box itself has Benchmade, or actually the box itself says bug out, and it has axis lock on it. Just comes in some plastics, another indicator it's not real. You know, Benchmade gives you the cloth. I mean, you're looking at it and it looks, just a quick glance, it looks pretty real. Here's a real Benchmade bug out on the bottom. The one that says S30V steel is the real one. And then they feel the same. Like it feels as if this company literally got their hands on Benchmade scales, a Benchmade pocket clip. Hardware seems to be located in the same spots. Thumb studs are incredibly similar. The Benchmade's, the real Benchmade's thumb studs are a little bit more color matching to the actual scales. Then there's the Benchmade logo. Back spacers, yeah, same. I mean, everything, same color. This one doesn't have, I don't know. They feel really close. All right, so let's see if this thing actually opens up. It has, oh, that makes it even worse. It has really good action, which is not, I don't know, man. It has like, it even feels, it doesn't feel like a Benchmade as in like the opening and closing action. You know, it's kind of, I don't know. Zoom out a little bit. And if we look at that compared to, oh, the real Benchmade is just complete night and day difference. Night and day difference with the real Benchmade. Is it something that you would immediately be able to tell? Yeah, especially if you're a Benchmade sheep like me, you're going to be able to tell. But the blade lengths are almost the same. Like even the grind on these knives are very similar, and they're not exactly the same. They're both drop point. It's the same size. This is like they're going for the clone on this. The scales are a little bit different color, but this thing is $24.99 plus a 20% off coupon. So you're getting this thing almost at $20. I just, it's literally shipped from Amazon. I'm not a big fan of that. I just don't like the fact that you're able to almost get a Benchmade clone, a bug out clone, and fake the funk. I think I would be pissed if I got this and somebody was super excited. They got it, you know, you're going online, you're trying to buy your buddy a knife and trying to super impress them, or maybe you're a wife, you're trying to get your husband a Benchmade bug out. You just type the word bug out, you see this pop up, you're like, oh man, 24 bucks. This is a steal of a deal. It's literally the steal part. Emphasize the steal part because they're stealing Benchmade's trademark. And I'm not a big fan of that. And then the most blatant one has to be the Mini Freek. The Mini Freek, they are still going for it on the Mini Freek. They're calling this thing Thumbs Open Mini Freek. This one has D2 instead of the complete budget steel. This one also says it has carbon fiber scales like the real Mini Freek. Has a satin finish, drop point blade. I don't know, man. It is a, they're once again just going for it. So comes in this black box. Another indicator it's not real. It just comes in plastic. I mean, look at it. So if you look at the bottom, that's the real Mini Freek with the Benchmade logo, with the real carbon fiber scales. Theirs feels real as well. I mean, you can tell the discoloration's a little bit different. You might be able to may not be able to see in this camera angle, but it is definitely two different things. The one on the top, the fake, the one on the bottom is the real one. The look at that, hardware seems to be in the same places. The lanyard holes look the same. This one's ambidextrous. Seems to have the same pocket clip. I mean, you could be completely duped. There's no S90V markings on this. Nothing like that. Look at the hardware. Here, same coloration. But one thing I will say, first off, let me open up the real Benchmade Mini Freek. Oh my God. You can just tell the action on the real Mini Freek when it comes to how well that's done. And we'll just check out the clone. Clone sounds completely different. It doesn't, it kind of drops down. Oh my God. This is the fact, you can tell whatever mechanism inside they have is a little different than the real Benchmade. It feels like at any moment this thing might just bust apart in your hands. But all it takes is someone buying this thing. Maybe if they own like I own a laser engraver. How much effort would it take for you to get this thing on your laser engraver and literally just type S90V on the blade steel, download a Benchmade logo, and just like that, you think you know, you go on NAFCell and you think you're getting yourself a real Benchmade, and without taking it apart or without having the real Mini Freek in your hand, you wouldn't know that the action feels different. This company's more blatant than the first Taximan company, because this one, they're really trying to clone this Mini Freek. These Chinese companies, they're gonna try it. They're always going to just go for it and try their best to do what they have to do to try to clone and see if they can get some money out. But when it comes to the you know, spending your money the right way, you should just get the real thing. I'll put all these kind of like near one another so you can kind of see. So on the bottom, you got all the real, and then on the top are the fakes. I mean, if you're taking photos for the Instagram, or if you're just trying to impress somebody, you would almost be led to believe that you are in possession of the real thing, and you are not. I think that this is horrible. I think that this is something that needs to be called out, exposed. If you're buying this stuff, don't buy this trash, man. Just save up your money, get the real thing. If you want to get yourself, you know, I guess I wouldn't have such a big problem with these clones if they were just making them, if they didn't use the Bugout name, if they weren't using the Axis Lock name and trying to sell these as the Bugout, as the Mini Freek. Don't fall for the okie doke. Absolutely support the real company, the Made in America. If you want to get a Benchmade and you're trying to save up for it, just keep saving. Don't buy stuff like this, because what you're doing is Benchmade employs real people. I think they have almost 400 employees. People are making this stuff. They're checking them when they come off the production line. They're warranting them. They are putting a factory edge on them. They're using premium blade steel. And it's just something that I don't think it's very fair. Comment down below. What do you think about these clones? Do you think that people should be buying this stuff? They wouldn't keep selling it if people weren't, if they weren't selling, people would not still be snatching these things up. I guarantee it. If these things were not selling, they would be gone off Amazon. They need to be reported. I'm not linking any of this crap up down below, and because it should not be further spread. Listen, if you're not a member of the battalion, hit the subscribe button down below. If you put the word exposed down below, I'm going to heart your message, because I know you made it to the end of this video. If this is not your first time stopping by, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.